Nice, welcome to Colouring Book Club. Thank you for being here this morning. Hello, Lisa and Pam. Just bring you up. Morning, Heather. My infusion was delayed a week, so still here next year. Oh, going for your holiday, sweetheart. Morning, everyone. Have a good week. Shifts, I'll watch back Tuesday night. Have a great stream, Heather. Love this background. Thank you, Lisa. I hope your infusion goes well and you feel better soon. Yeah. Make her to buy stuff, Pam. Now, I bought stuff yesterday, Lisa, just to make you happy. It's my plane holiday. I wish I had a take home version. Yeah, I wish I had a take home version for you too, sweetheart. I'd give anything for you to be through this. Alright, I've got the screen up. There we go. Okay, yes, I did. I did a little bit of shopping yesterday. So today we're going to colour part 2 of Dark Fairy Tales. Page 80, 81, Puss in Boots. There we go. Alright, so last week I did oil pastel, light wish oil pastels in the greens and a bit of black. And it is quite pretty. And today I'm going to do some distress ink and the cat is going to be black. I love black cats. So I'll get my brush out. So yeah, yesterday my auntie friend picked me up and took me to an art shop, mixed media art shop in Geelong. And hey, she was a good girl. I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. And then after that we went to Spotlight. And I got more stuff and they had 30% off, 25% off stuff and their shelves. They had stuff there, but there was just so much stock not there. I don't know what they're doing. It looked awful. But anyway, I've got some good stuff. Bought some chipboard, bought some inks, bought some corrugated cardboard, more cardstock. Hopefully it prints nice. Because I've been using photo paper, matte photo paper, which is just brilliant. But the amount of printing that I could do, oh my god. And I have cartridges, not Echo Tank. It's so expensive. Hope I don't go on to the green. I'll go as close as I can and then I'll use pencil. That's my tummy. The Olympics are on at the moment. Yay. Loving it. The Aussies haven't done anything much at the moment. I felt short the girls in the big air. And the poor American girl, Vaughn. Oh, she did a cruciate ligament the other week. She still competed and then she did the downhill. And she caught her arm through the flag and it twisted her around and they had to get the helicopter in and take her to hospital again. It's just, oh God, talk about bad luck. I haven't heard how she is, but yeah, she wasn't moving. It was pretty serious. So I hope she's alright. And then another one got taken in. I think I got the helicopter for her as well. Good morning to you, B. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Hello, Britt. What supplies are you covered? Well, I did the background with Light Wish oil pastels, and now I'm using black distress ink for the cat. Clear my mental health doctor switches. Something making me get angry on and off. Constipation. Sorry, I'm late. My cleaner just arrived. See of you. Thank you for being here, darling. I pulled this book out and all pastels that have matched some colours. Oh, awesome. I'll bet you it's turning out good too. Can't watch the Winter Olympics on the TV in the living room or the bedroom. Sticks plugged into the back of the side of their feet at tied to cable. Looks like that is distress ink. It certainly is. It is black soot distress ink. Okay, I got all of my supplies. Let me share. Oh, people here, yes, are cancelling their monthly cable subscription and turning to Apple TV or Amazon Fire Sticks for the rookie. If you send a pic there and you can show us. If you're on Instagram, tag me. Or you can use Messenger, chat Messenger, Macca, MACCA, 2U, number 2U for umbrella, 23 at gmail.com. I'll go in as close as possible, and then I'll use my pencils. These brushes are beautiful, they're so soft. Sure, yeah. I'm glad I've got re-inkers too, because I use them for making journals and stuff. Well, that's going to be a long process, that is. So much prepping. And I made some faux metal tags. It was a bit of a hit and miss because you can use normal foil, but when I glued, I should have waited for one side to dry and then did the other side because the foil was slipping. You could just peel it straight off, but it worked. I got some done, but I ordered some foil tape, which should be a lot easier, and that arrived yesterday from Amazon. So last night I sat there and did some punching with all my scrap cardstock. That's a long process in itself, all different shapes, circles, stamps, stamp, postage stamp punch. Pretty cool. I like him. Strength that they're going to peak on it's $16 a month. God, and that's USA. Oh, you got 1,000,001 channel, free channels over there, Brittany, over there. Might have to just do that, girl. Cost you nothing. I mean, long gone is free to air TV. The paid channel's supposed to be ad free. Yeah, no, that's what a crock that is. We always wait until the colour along folks finish. Laugh out loud. Yep, I will tag. All pictures always look so. All pictures always look so great. I just like to show folks when an average person does one of the colour alongs. Oh, I'm sure you're not average. Same day like the Today Show and the Live Olympics, that show 8 p.m. The live local news, for example. What are you doing? One from Nico City. Colouring Book Club is one of my favourites to colour along with. Ooh, didn't know that. Thank you. Since the local Atlanta GA, I don't think anyone follows along. I mean, I think I'd be pretty hard to follow actually. I forget the colours half the time and get carried away. It's like, what were you using? Free using to attach a TV here and here. So this stuff should be free if nothing else. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Not tiring, it's just the basic regular pages, a lot of space for improvement. You do alright, Pam. Me too. I may not start on this one until next week or so. It depends on how I feel. I just love watching Colouring Book Club. Oh, streaming still requires people like me to have a cable provider like DirecTV or Spectrum or Xfinity. Numbers decided to save money. It's fun. I'm in the journal, the spooky journals that I'm doing at the moment. I followed along, and yeah, it's a whole different ball game. That is trying to have the same stuff, and then you want to, you have your own ideas, so you want to go off on your own little tangent. And I can't help myself. I'll be back in a sec. I think it, I think it's pretty cool. Uh, So yeah, I know I colour, but we talk about other stuff too. I think this is pretty cool. So I followed along and I used the same lady, and it's a pocket tag, and I did my first wax seal stamp. I tell you, that could be addictive. I could get right into that. That was cool. That's cool. But it's a pocket tag, so you pull it out. Anyway, I made a little story out of it because I decided I used the same lady, and there's sewing around it, and so it took quite a while to do. Anyway, there's a lady in it, and then underneath is this creepy little girl. She's kind of cute, but she's creepy as well. And so I put her underneath, and so that's her when she was a little girl. And then on the back, I've got just a couple of tags and a pocket. But on the back of the tag, I wrote a little poem. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was appropriate. Even as a child, she was odd. Her passion was plants and poison. She studied botanics, became a doctor, and thought about adding some torture. Her pets are black widows. She'll throw you out of a window. She gives you a drink, you're sure to be dead, so now she's on death row. She'll say it isn't so as you hear her evil laughter. Oh, my writing doesn't look too bad on screen because I hate my writing. But anyway, yeah, so that was my pocket. And let me tell you, I got so much to do. But anyway, yeah, I thought it was really cool. So that's my first pocket tag that I made. 100 plus per month with 2 rental boxes. And it's been easy. She's trying to save money. Oh, bugger that, just for TV, that's ridiculous. $100 plus a month. It's insane. View, I love her channel too. Only missed a few in the last 3 to 4 years. Ditto. It's been longer than that though, right? I mean, it's 2026 now. Oh yeah, it's been quite a few years now. Very cool, Heather. Awesome. Yeah, thanks. It's on the darker side of things, but it's really cool. Um, I like it. And Jim Holtz has like some shattered glass. I love his stuff. Anyway, I do have them, but they're not real cheap. So I'll hoard and use them as a template, depends where you come from. And so so I had the frame, so I printed that out, and then I made my own shattered glass. So I got some acetate and some alcohol ink, and then got my X-Acto knife and cut out a hole and just a bit of Posca for the shattered cracked glass look. And then I didn't have the frame that she had, so I made my own. And it's got a little bit like it's pretty solid. Um, so I made my own. And I didn't like the silver, so I made it dark, like mottly, like marble sort of colour. Anyway, but I'm impressed with my shattered glass. Turned out really, really cool. So I made my own shattered glass. No more show and tell. That's it. So I've been doing that. Oh, and I made a heap of tags too. Do you want to see them? Yes. I joined when Heather was on, and Betsy. That's Heather Hawes, however long ago. I'm going to say 5, 6 years now. Oh, yeah, longer. It all started with Ustream until I started charging everyone, and everyone came from Ustream over to YouTube. And in all honesty, I wish I'd just started on YouTube, but it is what it is. It would have been a whole lot longer, but we had to do it on Ustream. You had maximum streaming 4 hours, and then after that, you upload it to YouTube. It would have been easy to just be straight on YouTube. Well, I wasn't using that. That's alright though, it's got a bit of, although I've cleaned it, it's still got a little bit of colour in it, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I made a heap of faux metal tags too. They come out really cool and they're quite pretty. Um, did a foil and an alcohol ink. Yeah, I didn't want to go on to that, but I can fix that up. Or would I leave? Yeah, I don't know. I might leave just a bit of a glow around that smoky aura, whatever it is that's there. First video was 2017. No, that's his leg. That's not the cat. What's with these fun applicators? Woman having a bag with a bloody Tom Jones and this other European music or whatever it was, but one day I'm going to turn my stereo on. Yeah, she won't know what hit her. Ah, put some Alice in Chains on, and some Faith No More, and some Ugly Kid Joe, and Offspring, AC/DC. The list goes on. Runners, all that good stuff. Show 'em what music really is. So is anyone else watching the Olympics? It's going to be fun doing all these small bits. But even though I'm doing that, of course I'm going to do all the details in pencil. I don't know. I bought some, I haven't tried Tim Holtz's Distress Paints, so I got 3 of those yesterday as well to try. She said they're nice paints, so try them. I woke up heavy this morning. It must have been. I woke up a bit earlier. I thought, no, I've got another hour or so. We're back to sleep. But yeah, I woke up heavy and it's like, oh, I don't want to get up. Trying to figure out which is which is the smoky. Yeah, I'm on screen. I'm zoomed out enough. So was that during COVID? Well, I haven't streamed. Good morning to you, Cassie. Thank you for being here, darling. Really, since COVID, yeah. No, sorry, it's been 3 years since I did. Yeah, it's gone by. And people still watch your old videos, though, B. It's all good. As long as you never take them down, we'll be happy. I've got a few videos there I haven't, well, quite a few I haven't watched. Been too busy. Don't know where the days are going. Well, yeah, I do, because I started playing that House of Fun again. Stupid me. Nice though, by the end of the night, late at night, I just like to sit on the couch for a bit while the Olympics are on and just have a bit of a play and just chill out. Even though artwork's fun and everything, there's still just need a bit of a rest. I think that's the cat there as well. Yeah, I tested this before. And this one is um oh, it's middle. I thought it said noodle. I thought that doesn't sound right. Mm, middle verdigris 713. No, 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 no. It's not white. Well, if I use the middle verdigris and then go over with white just to lighten it up a bit, that works a bit better. Just to cover up the black mistake. Uh, so it's much of a straight line for my liking. Blue is there, but I'm just wondering, I might black Gizmo. So don't use up so much black gloomy pencil. Where else? That's my thing. Guys, what have you all been up to? Same with everything that's happened. Yeah, time flies, but the days drag when you think about it, and then boom, it's almost March. Who the hell are still doing the fight and will improve? So I did find out about my heart. I have PVCs, premature ventricular contractions all my life, but it gets worse with stress. So with the list of stuff going on, it had gotten worse. Trick is to keep my blood sugar stable and reduce stress. I laughed at the talk, reduce stress. Sure, you try that when you're in pain all the time. It does affect your health in many ways. Yep. After stream, I need to pack my bag for hospital. Pam's going on her holiday. Things darker than his lighting. I do want to darken him up. Side of his head. Sorry guys, I can turn it on its side a little bit. Lightly concentrating here. The doctor suggested playing a specialist. But now a very restricting diet, right? Can't have any salt, sugar, low fat diet, including no cocoa, along on top of already having to eat both dairy free. And wait, friend by my GI not had to start seeing last month. Works out the same. Practice on it, and Dad already says, I need to go ahead and get with the GI doctor. Says GI issued a colon among the lifespan of autistic. We have a planned stress test, sleep test, bone density test, weight management, surgeon and neurosurgeon for back and neck, and there's a clarification of some ligaments on the journey ahead. Oh, good morning to you, Lulu. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. I was dairy free and wheat free before we see this GI doctor last month. We are already on the way, Brittany. Already up. It's bizarre, dairy free. But fur is looking great. Thank you very much, Cass. It's just the very basics. Oh, happy New Year. Oh, first stream I've caught this year. Oh, so it is. Welcome to 2026, although it's February. That's a decent plan, and depending on how it all goes before adding other specialists. Gorgeous. Oh, I love that. So, Scissor Sisters. Filthy gorgeous. I'm trying to stay positive, not get down having a plan. Yep, one step at a time, one day at a time. I think, actually, I might just do some bits in here. Get the base down. I can always go over that later with white or whatever colour I choose. Greys, whites, I don't know yet. I don't know. Faces in books, spines, don't you just love it? Yeah, I can't help it. I'm going to do the wrist pencil. A lot more control. Try and get some of the ink off this. Sorry, it's whatever. Applicators. I mean, mine's getting a bit bumpy and lumpy, as you can see. But I tell you, I've seen some pretty ratty tatty fine applicators. And that's like, yeah, I think it's about time you change that one. That was so ratty. Falling apart. Bits of foam falling off. I mean, they're not expensive, really. I picked up a 2-inch hole punch yesterday, a circle punch, from Fiskars in Spotlight because they're bloody expensive. And it was $37 and I got it for like 28. Well, it was 25% off, 30% off or something, I can't remember. But It's like, yeah, they're really expensive. Sometimes online they can be up $50 or more. So I grabbed that to add to my collection, and then I brought it home to put it in my container. And it's like I think I've really pushed it this time. And had to rearrange a few times. Thought, no, that's not going to work. Back to me the same way it was. Have another go. And I got it in. I don't know how, but I got it in. So this is my hole punch collection. Uh, and if you want to sharpen them up, use a bit of tin foil. I got this one, and another yellow one from op shop. And usually, they get rid of them because they don't work anymore. They're really stiff and everything. Anyway, the foil off coffee tins is the best. I wish I had kept all the other ones now if I had known. But not the thin foil. It doesn't really work too well. But this foil, the thicker foil, is good. Anyway, there's hole punches there. So that's my stamp punch and a few other ones. And then, and this is a heavy bugger. And then underneath, I've got my new edition, which is a 2 inch. And I think that's 1 1/4 or something. And then my other ones, tab, whale tail, square one. That's a new edition as well that came the other week from, I think, Temu. And it cuts brilliantly. Some of these I just got to get the heel of my hand and just about put on, stand up, and really stiff. The foil helps. I wish I had a heap. If I had a heap more, I would sharpen a couple of them up. But yeah, foil sharpens them, so don't throw them out. You can resurrect them. Someone said to me baking paper as well, but you need a bit of cardstock as well, I think, underneath. Otherwise, it's just too soft. It won't. You have a hard time cutting through. But the foil, and one of the ones that was stiff from the op shop and wasn't cutting well, I did a few and then had another go, and it needs a heap more, but it was getting easier. Um, I'll put that up there. I'm going to sneeze. Alright, let the fun begin. Actually, I might click that on there just in case. No one will be mean pussycat. Uh, yeah. Uh, allergies not immediate chocolate. You would have liked my pocket tag, Lulu, and there's a little poem on the back. And you can pause it and read it if you want, if you can make that out. I'm not sure if you can. I read it out earlier, so best not read it again, but that's your cup of tea. And there she is when she was a little girl. She's creepy. But anyway, yeah, that's my pocket tag, which is right up your alley, Lulu. Severely stuffy nostrils has gotten worse each time last year, and there's a bit of allergy in the cows and goats milk. God damn, girl. Living a fruit and veg diet. It's good Brittany once you find doctors keep them. Yeah. Oh, good morning. Happy birthday, Diane. I just saw that this morning before I started stream. Have a great day, girl. Hope you get some art supplies or something really nice. Go out for dinner or something. Oh, happy birthday, girl. So, yes, everyone, it's Diane's birthday. You're talking about mine, oh lordy. You talked about hole puncher's view. Oh, I'm not sure, sweetheart. But it looks like the Kirby Roseanne album maybe starting to fall apart since it's glue bound only. Mine look like they went through the disposal grinder. I like them to stay nice, but when they start getting, like you use different mediums and the pages get crinkly and they start to look a little bit shabby, they can look really, really cool. Well used, well loved. Cool, love getting a bargain. Laugh out loud, so happy to fit it in. Great idea with the foil. Yeah, I saw that and a girl I was watching the other day, she was cutting with her scissors and she said, "Oh, well, I was making the faux metal tags." That's right. She said, "Even when you're cutting the foil, you're sharpening your scissors as well." Right. I am surprised you don't have a regular 3-hole punch that punches holes in regular copy paper. You should know me better than that, Brittany. They're in my top drawer for regular use. A 1.5, a 3, and a 6 mil, and I've got a spare 6 mil there in the silver. You should know me better than that. That's funny. Hang on, I'm going to go back. Oh, you can get square hole punches. You can get all sorts of punches. Square hole punches in different sizes. It's got the stamp, so it's got the serrated edging, as in a postage stamp. That cuts nicely. Um, Wild tail tags. And there's a ton more out there. Some of them, you see them, and they're really not necessary. I love this container. I got these off Amazon. I saw a lady using them. I thought, oh, they're really cool. So I've got like little holes, semi holes. Here we go. There's a couple of little ones in there as well, but there it is. Doesn't even want to come out. There's a couple there, but anyway, I've got those. So all different size hole. Um, that's my new one, the Fiskars from Spotlight. That's 2 inches, and they've got smaller ones. I think they're 1 1/4. And you can double up your piece of cardstock or whatever. Um, they're whale tail tabs, and I'm not sure what they're called. The other tabs. So you can double your piece of paper over and cut it, and then it's folded. So these ones are just single ones at the moment. And then the square hole punch, been using that one. These are all stamp ones with the serrated edge. So you can make stamps. They've got the serrated edge. Um, and then I've got tags here. So you can do your flag tag. You can do the one with the hole in them, so you can hang a bit of material or whatever off the end. They're just scraps. I'll stamp on them. You can make labels, tags, whatever out of them. And then just offcuts and like the bits of foil from when I'm trying to sharpen one of them. I just put them in there. So I've got shapes as well. So that's doing that for an hour or so before I get to bed. And I've got a heap more scraps there that I want to use up. And I've also got to make my See what you do, Julie. Man, I've got to tell you, I think I love, I love making all this stuff. It's fun. It's very tedious at times. Um, a lot to do. But look at my goodies in here. Everyone loves to have a look at goodies. So in here, I smell the nail polish. So in here I've made some. I've got glossy accents on some and UV resin on others. So they're all glossy. And they're little, you can hang, or they're flat ones as well. You can just stick them straight onto a page. So you got those ones. There's some bats and other bits and pieces. They're cool. You make them all rusty looking and whatever. So you can hang them or do whatever. So I got those. And this took me quite a few hours, and that's only a small amount. But these are all faux metal tags. And they're quite, like, I should have maybe, I didn't want to use too thick a cardstock, but I will go thicker. And they're quite pretty. And they're tags, so you can do, that's a tab, stick on a book. So you've got all these. Then I've got a heap more now. I've got the foil tape and don't have to glue. It'll be much easier. So these are tags. You can put a hole punch, put a hole in them and hang them off a page. This one here, you can use die cuts or you can use your hole punch. And like I said, foil sharpens up your hole punches, so you can use, and some labels, rusty, grungy labels. So I've got a ton more of those that I want to make, and you can stamp on top. And there's another sort. They're foil on the bottom, and then you stick a bit like similar to these, and make them as well. Now I've got on my rings that I stick all these rings, which is like on here, and then stick the ring on top. Stick the ring on top of your paper, put glossy accents in if you want, or whatever. A lot of fun. They're cool to make. Then I've got all my paper beads. I love the paper beads. They're really cool. Um, they're fun to make as well. You can use lacquer, seal them with lacquer. I've got nail polish, different colours. Stuff. Some paper beads. And they sound really cool too. And the nail polish, 3 coloured nail polishes there. And then I've got some end caps that you put on jewellery and 2 other bits and pieces. Eyelets and things that you can use. So another tub, stuff. Alright, there it is. That looks cool. Good. There's that as well. Oh, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Alright. I'll put those over there to clean up and wash. Stay still. Roll them across the table. Alright, so some blacks and whites. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna grab out my Prismacolor just to use some of it up. It's only a little one, but you know the black is good. Sip of my coffee. Foil is best. Yep. If something is too difficult for my hands to squeeze to use, I either ask for help to use or just don't use them at all. Yeah, well, I was doing something really stupid that I'll admit. I couldn't have both my thumbs on the punch and I couldn't get it to punch. So I was actually I using my chin to push a bit more. I know it sounds stupid, but I was putting it up against my chin just for that extra support. And if they were really super hard, without moving the paper and turn it over, and yeah, the palm of my hand, and really just about stand up and push through. Sorry about the table. Use them at all. At least I've snuck in there. Yeah, welcome, Diane. Yeah, what are you doing for your birthday? Birthday is actually tomorrow. You guys are ahead of time for me. Yep. If I knew the tax lotto numbers for you, girl, I'd send them. Yeah, it seems the older I get, the less I appreciate the birthday coming around. Yep. Sorry for distraction. Nah, it happens every stream. Faber-Castell is releasing 20 new colours of their polychromos. Coloured pencils. Oh, Brittany, talk to the hand. 20 new polys. Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yeah. All right. I want to. Oh, jeez, give yourself some room, girl. All right. I'm going to use my Prisma just because it's very black. Now, black cats don't usually really have pink on their nose. They're more grey. His eyes are quite piercing, actually. Polly's released new colours of Puma pants. Oh, Lulu. Oh. Oh. I only take a Black Widow into hospital. Black Widow's into hospital, but this time I pack my pollies. Yeah, it's hard when you go away. Not that I do, but if you go away, you take your stuff with you. It's like, oh, I should have packed this, or I should have packed that. And wish you had another brand with you, or well, when I used to go, I spent a lot of time up at the Gambie. in Victoria. Got to pack your stuffed toys, got to pack your colouring books and your pencils, God knows what else. And yes, it is a small Christmas, but I manage with it. I just want to use it up. It's, as you know, black and white prismas are good. Maybe I should have left the distress inks out. I still use them in places. Oh, doing fur. It's just bloody time consuming. So I will leave some grey colours in him. Um, let's have a go. Yeah, there's two blacks. Still don't want to use it up. You can buy Bloomies open stock, I think. Oh, yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. I've got two blacks, which is awkward. I need to put on its side. So I'm using the uh, luminance at the moment in black. No such luck. We need rain so bad. I was opening up my email Big Pond and like they have news and stuff on the main homepage. Australia gets a drenching. It's like, yeah, we're not here. So it was out more central through central Australia. Yeah, like I said, fur, as you should know, is very time consuming. So I'm going heavier in some spots and highlighting the flow of his fur and then just lightening it off in other areas. Even use the white as well for another variation of grey colour. Shut up. Oh, green. Yep. Yeah. fly away. I really should sharpen that up. Yeah. That's the other thing I was going to use my Prisma because I don't want it $1, $2, $3 every time I turn the sharpener just to keep it sharp. Oh no, now we have to do a search and buy it. Yeah, I know. Talk to the head. I'm not good with polys. Need to use more. I always grab my Prismas. Yeah, I love them both. I toss up. I do love my Prismas. They're very, very versatile. I've got the information about the 20 new colours of the polys, coloured polymers and bubble of colouring post that is 5 hours old here on YouTube. I love that background, Heather. Thank you very much, Lisa. I've been playing with markers and gel pens, 200, but can't take them all too. Yeah, you see the suitcase full of art supplies. Oh, we'll just unpack your clothes into the drawer and that for you. Yeah, don't bother, they're not clothes. I didn't bring any clothes. Right. Alcohol or acrylic paint or dye-based, water-based or pigment-based, water-based markers. uh, Alcohol, but I've bought a small set of acrylics too. See you, Sherry. Long time no see. Sorry I haven't been around much. Life has been rather chaotic lately, sigh. Well, I hope everything's alright, Like, I hope it's chaotic in a good way, Sherry. Yeah, you don't pop in that much these days, girl. I didn't stream the other week. We had a stinking hot day. I didn't bother, and I had a lady dropping off like a couple of lightning cables that she didn't want, and mine died the other week. I had to throw it out. It was sort of that broke, coming apart a bit. So that was good timing. So I can charge because the new iPad cable is yeah, it's different. It's softer. It's a softer cable than the shiny plastic. So I can charge both up at the same time. Same connection, I think, but try again. I dropped my bin on the floor last night, broke the lid, snapped the little pin off it. So now I have to fix that. Always something. Alright, so I used Loomies for a bit, so now I'm going to use my Prisma just to play around, see the difference. And also, I don't mind sharpening the Prismas, that's no big deal compared to the Loomies. So if I want all these long hair strands or flyaways, I'll use my Prisma. It's getting short, but I'd rather use this one up before I start on the next one. Pause, but fur is just strand after strand after strand. And if you really want to be patient, you can do layer upon layer upon layer. I do want to do it good and spend the time. You don't necessarily have to fuss about it that much if you don't want to. But constantly turning my pencil. I just want to get rid of some of that sharp, straight edge as well. Make it look more natural, more like fur than just having a print line there. Don't have it too much. So I've got the white loomy. And it just gets rid of it a little bit. Bit of a disguise. Where's it? Been right back, no worries, Lou. It's been crazy lately. You say so, Heather. Um, missed you all. Missed you too, girl. I haven't even been able to make time for Wanya's Patreon stream lately. It's all good to it's good to see you, Sherry. Um, it's Diane's birthday today too, Sherry. Just thought I'd put it out there. As well, it's tomorrow. It's today in Australia because it's the 10th here. Oh, bye all. Thank you for streaming. No worries, Cassie. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. I hope you didn't get bored. Um, your kitty looks amazing, Heather. Sherry. What types of markers have you been playing with recently, Pam? Heather, what have you done the cat with? Well, I did the background with Light Wish Oil Pastel, and then I used the Black Soot Distress ink for the face of the cat. And now I'm using the Black Prisma and I'm using Luminance pencils for the cat. And that's going to be a long process. What types of markers have you been using recently, Pam? Chat with pretty good on some adult colourists in some of these lives on the various free adult colouring channels here on YouTube, saying that Hoo Honolulu brush alcohol markers yellow images, and not only on the page image is on, but some of the pages afterwards in their adult colouring books. Ew, I don't use them, thank goodness. I could never master distress inks. Well, I've been using them a fair bit, doing tags and like journals and stuff like that. Um, but you get these brushes in various sizes. You can get little round ones, which are nearly the size of one of these. Um, and try them. The brushes are super soft. They're beautiful, and they're good to use instead of using the foam, which can tend to leave those marks. Oh, shut up, Mia. And you've got his nostril here, which is black, grey colours. And then you've got shadow underneath, but you don't want his actual breathing nostrils on his nose to blend in with the shadow. They're going to be different. Otherwise, it just looks like a black blob. So just putting a shadow in there, but just lightly. Or you could get black Posca or something, so it's a different shade. Use a different shade of black. Oh, your greys as well. That looks too blue. I'll give it a tiny go. I think it might be. Oh no, it's not too bad. It has got a slight bluish tinge to it. It's Payne's Grey 508. But that's good because Russian blues, which are generally I think short haired, don't think they're long haired at all. But yeah, Russian blue, that Payne's Grey, beautiful colour. And then if you wanted to, you could go over it with another grey. Light grey. Just add it up a bit. You're going for your morning nap, Wes. So put the puppers on. Now I could, no, I won't. No, I'll forget about that at the moment. This one is French Grey, 10%, 802 on his nose. I'm just going to pick them all up. Oops, don't want to spill that. On his side. Okay, Steel Grey, 004. I'm just picking out random colours. That's a nice grey. I love grey. I love stormy coloured sky, that black stormy coloured sky after a hot day. And here in Australia, you get the gum trees, that green, and then the black sky behind it. Oh, I love that look. So a little bit of shadow. I, it, you know, I, B, I feel so funny when every time I say that. It's weird. I think of shadow every time I say it. I have those, all of those, laugh out loud. I don't know, it's just too hard for me. Look at this. I use the distress inks for card making, never been brave enough to use in a colouring book. Time to give it a try, pen. Now, two or watercolour are my go-to. Oh yeah. So how's the neighbourhood been, Heather? It's been awesome because the Bimbo one across the road has been in Bali for 10 days, and with a bit of luck, she'd never come back. But we know that's probably not going to happen. French Grey 808. I read that out before, I'm reading it out again. What happened to me? Didn't Prisma? Oh, there he is. Yes, Sherry, I've got my teeny tiny Prisma out. Let's see, because it's glare. Oh, wait, what else? So there'll be a few shades. Slate grey 495. Slate grey 495. Yeah, what was that one I used before? It's got a brownie tinge to it. I like that one. Yep, French grey 808. I know I went out last week when I streamed and I sprayed fixative on it, workable fixative, just to settle the light wish oil pastels down. And at the time when I was doing the page, I had a little bit come off on my hands. Well, today I haven't got anything on my hands. I can still feel the oiliness in it, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of that. And in the end, because it's all pastel, I will use a bit of permanent fixative to settle it down and seal it a bit more, because the workable fixative is workable. Um, so when I am actually finished, whenever in 6 months' time, I'll use some permanent fixative on it. So I'm using Payne's Grey. Payne's Grey? French Grey. Sorry, French Grey at the moment. I don't feel like I've done much. We did a bit of show and tell, and I coloured the basic, very basics of the cat. It's been an hour and a half already. Oh, bye, Lisa. This is stressing for colouring. Time to get a trouble with it, so it hasn't been able to go in. Louise, you're back. Welcome back. Dinner time. See you next week. Thank you for being here, Lisa Welsh. So hopefully we do see you next week. A bit more, I don't know, just a bit different. I feel like adding, layers, like colours, lots of colour. Payne's Grey, 30%, 507. I don't know if it'll look any good in the end, but I'm just adding a bit of colour here and there. And black over the top. Here's a burner. Oh, what? Yeah, I really like this French grey mixed in as well. It's a bit of brownie sort of colour in places. It's got black, back in black. French grey. What? Don't throw loomies. I don't want them to break. That's a bit of black. So yes, it's been an absolute delight in the street this week. It's nice and quiet, no doors slamming. Dogs haven't been barking much. Not those mongrels out there, but Bimbo's dog. Her daughter's staying there looking after them. Her own dog, which is there, plus Bimbo's dog. And I don't know if the cat's still there or not. I've only seen it once. But it was the daughter's cat apparently, so he's probably still there as well. Technically, we're only supposed to have 2 animals here. You're allowed to stay 30 days out of the year. 30 days at a time. But so you can stay 30 days and you have to leave. But over the whole year, you're allowed to stay 50 days. Well, she's well and truly stayed well over that. And I mean, it's just turned February. And she was here last year at times, and then over Christmas, and well, apparently I don't read it because it's PDF, so I refuse to read it. But apparently a newsletter come out, and it was saying, which we're supposed to do anyway, when you use the clubhouse, clean up after yourself, goes without saying. And the bin in the kitchen is not to be used for cigarette butts. Well, Bimbo doesn't smoke. But dirty nappies and doesn't put them in a bag or anything, just rolls them up and sticks them in the bin in the kitchen. So there was, complaint about that. And to think that she was a cleaner. Oh, what a joke. Huh. Should concentrate this nose a bit more because I'm mucking it up. Maybe I'll find a white or a very similar light grey. French grey, 10%, 802. So this is where it's hard when it's on its side because you can't actually see. The other thing I can do is this. And just rub it in a bit. Oh, that's not too bad on its side. Holy shiny. Got a shiny nose. It's not too bad. He looks like a kitten on string. Hello, Ivy. Thank you for being here. Ivy Pearl. Did you retract it or did someone else retract it? What time we giving it a try? It has a neighbourhood been nice and quiet. Dinner time, see next week. Ew, yeah, I know. He's looking creepy cool, Heather. Thank you, Lulu. He is a cool cat. He, he doesn't go. He goes. Meow. Uh, the ooh is in reference to the diaper thing. Yeah, I gathered that. He's like ooh to the cat. Yeah, I know. This is disgusting. I, like I said, I love greys. I love the smoky grey, and although he's a black cat, I love the red eye and this bit of grey just here. This one's black. Yes, it is. Just checking it. And even with the black, you can just, go heavier and go lighter, and you still get greys and blacks and different colours out of it. I've got so much to do, and this fur forever. I haven't even finished my other one, the beekeeper. I don't. He's a black cat, but gee, I love this bit here. Hi, Grey. Oh, here goes back to me again. Something about streaming. It's like going swimming. It's me hungry. This was not sharp enough to be doing flyaways. It needs to be sharpened. So I don't use light because it's just so dark. So I can get some shadow from his face. Yeah, she's got a whisker there. I'm going to. I did buy what's her name to etch. It's something a technique that I haven't really used before. When you etch into the paper. He's got a whisker there, whisker there. I just want a rough guide so I don't colour over them. You can always scratch it off later if you want to. But I need to see where they are. Oh, where'd that come from? I'm coming out of the. Oh, I see where it is. It's on the barrel. Don't want it leaking everywhere. I'll have my drawer and everywhere else. You can be a bit rough with the nibs on the Poscas. And then I was using this the other day to make the shattered window, and it wasn't getting enough paint to it. And it's like, oh, that wasn't very smart. It's not a Posca. These are softer nibs. I've bent it out of shape slightly and then reshape it. Don't do that again. Alright, so now that I've done that, I can do the background. Before he's done all, I do them in different directions too, otherwise they're just straight lines. They need to be curved and all different. But he's got enough lines there that you can just follow or guide. And then if you want, you can grab a lighter grey or a white or something and go in between a few of the hairs. Now, I'm not sure what that is up here. It looks like it's a part of this aura that's around everyone up here. But I'm going to just go over it. I don't know what it is. So we'll just hammer it. Now that I have my new iPad, yeah, dirty nappies in the kitchen bin. Now she's a dirty, filthy pig. Black cats are less black than people think. Yeah, they are. They are much more mixed in one would think. That's like, I say to people like you colouring a tree trunk. It's not just browns in there, there's greys, you can get variations of greens and browns, all sorts of colours. Nothing's ever just, like you can look at something very, very basic. Um, Even the handle on this. But because of the lighting and everything, you can still see shades. There's still shades in it. Speaking of kitties, my kitties Phillies made it into the animal calendar. Go Felix, you stud. It's from a company called Paw Print. He got picked for the October month. Oh God, go Felix, you star. Uh, uh, Paw Print. If anyone, do you know, like, if anyone wants the calendar, April 2026 to March 2027 cat calendar. So if anyone wants the calendar, you can contact Sherry and ask her where to get it. Well, how cool is that? And the look on its face. Uh, oh, he's a celebrity now. I have to sharpen this. I can't not sharpen. Yep. Um, I could continue to do the cat. Don't think it really matters too much now. Time's gone by. I'm enjoying doing him though. I was going to leave a bit of an aura around that. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I've gone in places. I just need to remember. Instead of this being just a smooth, steady line, I can roughen up a bit too. Yeah, definitely my hair's going to different directions, never like just the one direction because it just doesn't cut. I'm going to try and remember. I wonder. Oh, I'll forget what colour I'm using. No, I'll leave it because I'll forget. I need to write it down. Just a bit of an aura around all this area. But I'm not sure what colour I will use at this stage. Damn whiskers are in the way. I mean, they're there, I know where they are now, that's why I did the white Posca, but it's still annoying. French Grey 808. Oh, let's go over so they're not so white. Fix them up later. They're not done by any means. And then his little paws, as in P-O-R-E-S, not P-O-P-A-W-S, where the whiskers come out. Yeah, I've got to do his chin. It's funny. And he's got drool coming down too, which is super cool. Uh, French grey, 30%, 803. Well, I'll do it later. Okay. The French grey, 808. Black, 009. It's a little bit of slate grey, not much. And back to French grey, 808. Yeah, no, that's the moment. Do that. Get out my red, which is anthraquinone carmine, 580. Give you the number because I'm not sure. It might. Oh, I nearly lost my glasses yesterday. It was a bit more on my pocket than, well, the price. Yeah, and she goes, that seemed a bit expensive. And I said, yeah, I'll check that when we go back to the car. Anyway, while I was checking, she doesn't smoke, but I do. So I was having a smoke and checking the pocket. It's like, no, it's right. Anyway, so started driving up the road, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, where's my glasses? Oh, God. No, pulled over, checked the boot, no, not in there, so I quickly drove back, and luckily they were. But she parked behind us beside a tree. You know, they had the little island and the tree in the middle in the car park. And luckily the glasses were on that. They weren't on the road, and no one was actually in the car park anyway, so they could have driven over the top of them. So thank God for that, and thank God I noticed, and come back all the way home from Geelong and noticed that were gone. And then it's like, well, if someone did hand them in, which shop? Thank God for that. I'd be buggered without them. So I've got my readers on for doing all this, which I'll wear majority of the day doing artwork, and then I've got the long distance, and I use them for driving when I'm out and about. So I would have been buggered without them. I don't know, God. I know I did the colours in the previous stream, but I just really like to bugger things up and go back over stuff. Just a little bit of brown ochre, 50%, 836. What's that one then? Let's burn over 10%. Yeah, I thought I got that out of a pink pole, and it's like it shouldn't be in with pink. They are quite pale, tinty, sort of brown shades. Anyway, this is where I don't want to touch his eyes. Just leave him alone. I should probably leave his mouth alone as well. Yeah, that looks funny at the moment. Oh, I've got to go shopping, arriving early today. Thank you for being here, B. Have a good week, sweetheart. Probably already gone anyway. Um, I got picked for that. I'll tell you, sent it to you. Cute. Not sure why they started with April though. No, sometimes calendars are 16, 18-month calendars and they start like financial years and that, but April, I don't know. Glad you are enjoying yourself. I'm such a deal. I've been doing bits and pieces on my own page. Was holding the markers and pens with lids off and magically I've coloured my sheet a variation of browns and gold. Oh, something good will come of that. It was a happy accident. You watch. Uh, I'm playing with my polish and dirt drawing, making colour combos. Sounds cool. It's amazing that like countless the combos that you can make. Thousands upon thousands. Hey ladies, it's been great catching up with you, but I'm going to scoot. Your picture looks absolutely lovely, Heather. Thank you very much, Sherry, and bye. Have a good week. Hope to see you next week. Bye all, Heather. Thanks for streaming. Have a good week all. Bye, B. Bye, Sherry. It's nearly time for me to go anyway. I mean, I can go when I want to go, but it is nearly 2 hours. Can only put up with me for a certain amount of time, you know. That is black I've got. Yes. It's just easier for me to do it on the side. A lot of us, you know, we just turn out excuse me, turn out pages and things, but it is easier. And then you can't get the full perspective of how it's sort of turning out either. And I haven't done the whiskers on this side, so it does look a bit funny. I'll do that so it doesn't look so odd, one-sided. Alright, can I follow the line? And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side. Oops. Let's see. It's, can I scratch it off? It's better to get a toothpick, really, 'cause there's no colour. I think etching is one of the best, but I haven't done that before. Oops. See, I didn't want to go. This was said, use a toothpick. So don't want to go over his mouth again and bugger it up. Yes. A bit old. I've already used it. It'll do for now. We'll see if I can fix them up later. Goodness me, 2 hours went quick. A punching way will go. It's what my day's going to consist of, and maybe I'll get some more tags done. He's a handsome boy. He looks like he'd tear you to pieces. Uh, yes, lots to go. Alright, I'll take off and let you guys get on with your lives. Let's you like the show. I think it's just me. He's going to look amazing, Heather. I love him. His eyes are so devilish. Thank you, Lily. Mission accomplished. Hey, Lulu, still with us? I am laughing. Sorry for being quiet. I'm still here. He's looking great, Heather. Thank you, Diane. Have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. And I hope you get something lovely, go out for dinner, and I hope something really nice happens. I hope the kids behave for you and all the rest of it. Um, I'm glad I caught your stream, Heather. Hopefully I'll be here next week. I hope you're here next week too. I hope you're all here next week, guys. Thank you for being here today. Um, what did I do with it? Oh, it's up on there. I'll read it out to you, Lulu. I know I did it earlier, but now it's at the end of the stream. I'll quickly read it out. Are you still there, Lulu? Alright. So you know it's at the end of the stream instead of trying to look for it. So it's a pocket tag, and I used the same lady as the one I was following on stream, but I went different on my own tangent. And there she is. She's a cute little girl, but she's also very creepy. So that's her there. And anyway, I made a little story about it. So there's a couple of tags at the back. We've got pharmacy and live every. Yeah, I got this off Temu, but live every day. Live every day like is the last one, not it's the last one. But anyway, who's going to notice that? And then pharmacy, dead man's toe, potion spells, charms, tell no tales. Well, if you're dead, you won't be telling any tales. And then her name is Juliette Belcher, and she's from Paris. And date of, yeah, whatever, because it's in French, 1927. And it's got a couple of other little just details on it. And just, yeah, so a couple of tags there. But what I wanted to read out to you Right. Even as a child, she was odd. Her passion was plants and poison. She studied botanics, became a doctor, and thought about adding some torture. Her pets are black widows. She'll throw you out of a window. She gives you a drink, you're sure to be dead, so now she's on death row. She'll say it isn't so as you hear her evil laughter. Yeah, she was odd as a child, and there you go. She evil. Oh, I love it. And I did my first wax seal down there, and that could be addictive. That was fun. But anyway, oh, she's the wrong way around. Hang on, that way. So there she is, an adult, and there she is as a child, and a little story about her. So anyway, yeah, I know you love this sort of stuff. So do I, Lulu, and I'm having a ball making them. Like it's taking forever. I've got to improvise, look for stuff, and yeah. But anyway, it turned out really cool. So there you go. uh, you're welcome, Diane. I'm glad I caught you streaming on next week. Oh, my biotech ladies, I'll listen. I love it, right up my alley. I thought it was, that's why I read it out again. Somewhere else in the stream, but yeah, I thought you might like that. Take care, guys. Putty Cat and I will see you next week. Hopefully, life doesn't get involved in some way. Take care, guys. Love you. See you.